Beneath enough silly things it should have seen another way. Off again the horse's wild run, and the wind treads water over sensitive, stereotypical babbling down the calm brook, saying something the clouds would have said had they any tongue, embarked upon the neck of a tree, and the shoulder snaps soon. Beneath the silly troves of things that must have seen again by daybreak the shore of sadness and emptiness lost in some pit in the body cavity of a lost soul listening to the slave bus as it drives the workers to keep them in place, for you never escape if you think you're free. The exhaust pipe hisses at distant light, showering their glow from heavens. Never have the fingers touched as much other than what sits bitterly beneath the shadow. Under the skeleton, a love trumpets some solar misguidance about what should have been in some other day on another place out there far away from Earth. The aliens' spaceships pass by with their slaves on board to keep every miserable bag of meat in place. Across the void of space, the universe has no time for you to act up and speak out of turn, suffering consciousness, babbling down a gravity brook bent on some lunar rainbow of time. What lay beyond the fourth dimension, the five senses? What exists beyond these things? What ripples do actions of here and now echo into surrounding infinity? Anything? The brain-wave neuron contraption of emotional discharge screaming at the sky for answers. Crazy lunatics with torn shirts shaking fists at the air demanding the universe from nothing. Intellectual warfare shrouds the evolutionary pulse regurgitating from the toad's mouth in a bog by a brook beneath the silly things that should have seen some other way. Repetition onward into nonsensical meaninglessness, lost in a starlight glistening. In a dead eyeball 2,000 years ago, the delusions were built to crush us and teach us love. Love and truth and words that burst under the weight of their pretension. You cannot know a word's meaning unless you have felt the necessary feeling of derivation. Divination in mathematics on a mountain with a goat in a scholar cap teaching algebra as sacred geometry becomes an assortment of jokes spoken by elephants on the internet. What became of what once was that got us thinking things were once so beautiful? Are you the same? Did you change? What became of that sordid perception, lamenting elsewhere? In the brain a passion burns in the pipe of an old man on a porch, wondering where time went, and surely at the end of this life, all the moments prior make the mind realize it was but a dream. What a high, what a trip. Have we already died upon Olympus generations ago? Who are we truly? Silly little things sitting by a brook beneath, which should have seen some other way, drowning in the messy afterglow of poisoned poetry stew. Where was this river roaring as it flowed? Right on time, the slave bus hisses at stars as prisoners have yet to see. They were never really free. But oh, their faces shined when they sang the anthems of liberation and salvation. All for what? To discover it was all a dream, buried beneath silly things that never saw another way? If this is life, then life will end and pass us by, and never to breathe again, I'm afraid. I'm afraid the love isn't enough to capture the grasps of fearful delirium. I'm afraid we are but specks of dust, dramatizing existential crises in a spontaneous dream. Nothing before, nothing after, and nothing ever again, and for nothing more than silly things. Think about it sometime. When you find a moment, maybe, I don't care. Blindsides the picnic basket delirium, bullfrog dragon drinking upon blood of a stomach. And there they go, do you see? The horses gallop off, and winds sink to the bottom, all the tree branches have fallen, and this whole thing crumbles to ash, and no one is left to breathe. Never again, my friend, whoever you might be one day, never again.